Alright, hey, it's Eric with Shucklebuck.com, and in this video I'm going to be talking about online businesses that actually work. What I want to say before I go into all these types of businesses that I'm going to be talking about is that all online business models work. I'm just here to point out, the business models that I've done, and all of these business models actually work. I'm going to be going through probably 6 or 7 different online business models, and I'm going to go through the pros and cons with you so you can actually figure out which model is best for you. Okay, so there are a number of different business models that you can do online. You can do FBA, so Amazon FBA, selling directly on Amazon. You can do e-commerce, which includes print on demand, which is what I teach everybody to start with because it's so easy to get started. High ticket drop shipping, so you're selling products that are, anywhere from $300 to $30,000. Consulting, which is also something that I do. SEO, so search engine optimization, affiliate marketing, and then there is like SaaS companies, software as a service. So all of these things I have done. I have done FBA in the past. I spent probably about $4,500 of my own money. I didn't put it on a credit card or anything. It was cash right out of the bank. And I didn't get back that money for about 6 to 8 months, if I remember correctly. And it was just really slow for me, and it was capital intensive, so I actually stopped doing it. I actually do e-commerce right now through print-on-demand services, and I also sell other fishing type products. High-ticket drop shipping, I haven't tried it yet. I have set up a store and all that kind of stuff. I just really didn't get into it because I was doing so many other businesses. If you watch one of my other videos I did a while back, that you'll know that I'm not doing high ticket anymore because I'm focusing more on just 1 or 2 businesses instead of 6 or 7. So if you're doing 6 or 7 businesses, you're also going to fail because you're not putting in enough effort and focus into one area to learn it, to learn every process that you need to learn. And it's just a bad idea. Then there's consulting. Consulting I highly recommend consulting because it can be very lucrative, but it's also very intensive. So you need to know and understand your industry very, very well in order to do consulting. Then there's SEO, so search engine optimization. I did this from 2008 to about 2011 or 12. I did have success at it. The problem was that Google was actually changing their algorithm so much that I just got sick of it. Like, it wasn't fun to me anymore to try and rank websites in Google. And at the same time, I was doing affiliate marketing. So I would send people to these websites through Google searches and then sell affiliate products on Amazon or ClickBank and all that kind of stuff. So that definitely does work. I just don't do that anymore because it was just a hassle for me. And then there's software as a service. I've never created any software or hired any developers or done any of that. But it's also a lucrative business, but it's also highly, highly competitive. And you need to hire staff, and you really are not going to make money in the first 2 to 4 years just because of the capital that you need and team that you need to build in order to keep up with the changing software. So with all of these businesses, all of them will be able to make you a significant amount of money, and I'm talking about tens of millions if you wanted to go and actually do that. So every one of these you're going to be able to make money at. It's just, are you going to be focused enough to actually see it out? If you want to make $1 million a year, it takes a significant amount of work involved and a significant amount of time to get to that point in whatever business model you choose. There's no one way to do things. All these gurus are out there saying, this is the best way to start a business is sell products online. So sell e-com products. And then you have another person say, SEO is the best way to get traffic and you're going to make money in the long term and blah, blah, blah. Like, yes, they all work. You just have to figure out which one works for you. So hopefully this video will help you do that. With Amazon FBA, I'm going to go through some pros and cons of each of these things. So with Amazon FBA, since you're working with Amazon, they have tons of customers. So customers is not an issue. Really, traffic is not an issue. You'll be able to get customers pretty much on demand if you're using the correct keywords and if you're using their ad platform. So their ad platform is actually pretty good. Because it's an e-commerce platform, people are literally searching for what you're selling. So it's pretty easy to actually make sales. The problem is there's a ton of people doing FBA now, and there's, the competition is super high. The problem with FBA is the competition. So the competition is always increasing, okay? But that's true in any industry. So in any one of these businesses, the competition can be high. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. What I would worry about is the cost of entry. COE. Cost of entry is pretty high. You're going to have to buy inventory right away to send to Amazon, and then you got to wait for it to sell. So you just have inventory. You just have cash sitting there waiting to be sold. And for me, it took 6 to 8 months to sell all my units. I think I bought 500 units, and it took me 5 or 6 or 7 months, something like that, to sell all that stuff. So it's very capital intensive. All right. So you're going to need, some money to do this. If you're going to do this business model, you're probably going to need about $5,000. And here's the thing too, like with FBA, Amazon FBA, you're going to have it's going to be a long time until you can actually take out money because it's so capital intensive, because you're taking inventory, you're sending it to Amazon. You got to wait for that inventory to sell. So you have money sitting in inventory. Then once that sells, you have to get the right timing down to buy more inventory. And it's usually from China. So you have to wait for the plane or the ship to come and deliver it. So those timing issues have to be correct in order for you not to go out of stock on Amazon. So it's all about timing, and it's all about having money, and it's all about, waiting for your profits to actually come back to you. So with e-commerce, yeah, the competition is high again, especially if you're doing the crappy China drop shipping from AliExpress. The competition is super high. It's not a business model that I recommend. I do recommend using print on demand to start out, and then moving into selling your own products or membership programs or something else. The good thing about e-commerce is that you control the customer. So you have control over your customers. You can actually build a brand through getting new customers. And then it's a lower cost of entry. You literally only need enough money for hosting a website, a store, and then some advertising on Facebook or Snapchat or wherever you want to start advertising from. So with high ticket drop shipping, it's also a low cost of entry. So COE, so the low cost of entry again, you don't actually have to buy the products with high ticket drop shipping. What you do is contact companies in your industry. So if you're selling, let's say you're selling refrigerators, let's say commercial refrigerators, you call all these commercial refrigeration suppliers and manufacturers and ask them about if they offer drop shipping and you want to sell their products on their store, and they say yes. It's basically a contract, and the great thing about it is they have what's called MAP. So it's minimum advertised price, which means you're not competing over price with high ticket drop shipping. So anything that you search for that's anything over like $300 or $400 online is all MAP pricing. So that's why you see when you type in a specific refrigerator model and brand, you'll see that everybody basically has the same price for it because of the manufacturer's minimum advertised pricing contracts with everybody. The bad thing about high ticket drop shipping is that you're going to need like contracts and stuff. So you're going to have to organize all these contracts inside of your store. So when someone orders something, you're going to need to have someone else place the order with the specific supplier. So you're going to have a high number of suppliers at some point. So you might start with just a few suppliers, but over time you're going to have a ton of different suppliers, and you're going to have processes to actually take someone's order and then give that order to your supplier and have them send it to the customer for you. Another problem with high ticket dropshipping, limited traffic is something that you're going to have an issue with at some point with high ticket dropshipping, just because you're mostly advertising on Google and other search engines. So if you are selling commercial refrigerators, like there's only so many people that are searching for that. So you're going to have a limited, traffic source. But the good thing about that is you're going to have less customer service issues. You're going to have less customers to deal with. So, and also the average order value, and I should put this in the good area, is the average order value is really high, which means your profit margins are higher. So, on a $1,000 refrigerator, you're probably making about $300 profit in your pocket. So, those like high ticket drop shipping is something I do recommend along with e-commerce, and I'll get into a couple other things that I also recommend here in this video. So with consulting probably has, one of the lowest costs of entry in all out of all of these things, because you don't even need a website. Like, you don't need anything. All you got to do is, when you pick a niche, say you want to do consulting for marriages and marriage counseling or something like that. If you want to do that, all you have to do is do research on, the problems associated, with marriage, and solve one of those problems somehow. So you have to figure out the problem, and then you have to figure out a solution to that problem. And that costs zero money. You can literally just go and talk to people about it and say, and then come up with a solution and ask them if you could do some one-on-one coaching. Okay. So another good thing about the consulting is it's super high income potential. So once you start getting customers and once you start getting results for customers, you can then start charging a lot more money for your services, because people will pay for results. Okay. The days of actually, doing a big sales pitch on the internet is kind of gone. All you need to do is say, there's people getting results like this, you should sign up. So that's all it is. So it's very high income potential. And when I talk about high income, I talk about that later on in the consulting gig. So at first, you're going to be making very little or no money, because you're going to be working either for free, or you're going to be doing one-on-one consulting for like a $500, $1,000, or $2,000 fee. But it takes time for these people to get results. So don't think that, you're going to be making a ton of money right away. One of the problems with consulting is that you have to know a lot about KNOW. You have to know a lot about your industry. So you're going to have to do a lot of research, and especially if you don't know what you're getting into. So if I know nothing about marriage counseling, or I know nothing about a lot of things, and if I'm getting into one of those industries, I'm going to have to do a lot of research on it. So you have to be knowledgeable about what you're getting into. Another thing is, you're going to have to do one-on-ones for a while until you start getting results for people. So that might take, a few months to, a year. But once you have those, then you're set up, because you're getting results for people. And then all you got to do is take that and put it into some sort of online video course and coaching. So that's what I do. Like, I do consulting with print on demand and e-commerce. So these are the two things that I'm doing right now, consulting and e-commerce. And my consulting is solving the problem of e-commerce, meaning people want to sell stuff online. So that's the problem I'm solving for them through my consulting program. So as far as SEO goes, I know SEO is not really like a business model, I guess, but it's more of a traffic source. But usually with SEO, you are a slave to Google and search engines, okay? So all your traffic is going to be coming from search engines, which means, it may be sporadic and it may go away at some point. And the bad thing about it is it takes a long time, okay? It takes forever to rank in Google no matter what. It took forever back in the day, like back in 2008, 2009 when they started making the changes. Even then it took forever. So I couldn't imagine what it is now because I haven't done any SEO since probably 2011 or 12. But I'm guessing it's pretty hectic these days. But the thing with Google traffic is that, it's high converting. All right. So people are searching for a specific thing, meaning, they're not just sitting on Facebook and watching funny videos of cats or YouTube and watching, something passively, and then you're trying to sell them something else. They're actually actively searching for something. So the conversion rates are higher once you start getting traffic from Google and other search engines. Plus, it's passive. All right. It's passive and it's free. Okay. So, going the SEO route. So whatever, I know this is more of a traffic source than anything else, but if you go the SEO route, in 2 to 3 years, you could have a pretty good business with whatever you're selling because of the high conversion rate. So with affiliate marketing, I like this. I like affiliate marketing if you are doing the Pat Flynn type affiliate marketing. All right. If you want to learn anything about this, Pat Flynn is a big person. It's all about branding. So the problem with that is branding takes a long time. So, once you build a brand, though, like Pat Flynn has, you can actually pretty much sell anything to your audience. So if you're doing affiliate marketing, you're actually a slave to the affiliate people. So the affiliate programs that you're promoting can change at any time. So that's one thing you have to think about. And when you send these people, you don't have control over your customer anymore. But if you do it the Pat Flynn way, you will. All right. So I'm not saying with affiliate marketing you should be buying ads on sites and sending them to an advertorial type page and then trying to get them to buy a product and you get a commission. That's not the type of affiliate marketing that I recommend. The affiliate marketing I recommend is actually building a brand like Pat Flynn has, then selling tools and products and services that they need in order to be successful like you are in whatever industry you're in. That's the type of affiliate marketing you should be doing. The other problem with this is it's actually a lot of ongoing work. So if you want to sit back on a beach and do nothing, this is probably not the way to do it and actually none of these are the way to do it. You're not going to sit on a beach and do nothing and make money ever. But you constantly have to be creating content and posting on social networks. And if you're like me, it's just a lot of work posting to all these places all the time, and you constantly have to be creating content, which is great for branding. Yes, you should do that after you have a business that actually works, okay? So once you have income coming in, you should actually be creating a lot of content on these social networks to build up your brand, but you should be hiring people to do this. You shouldn't be doing all this work yourself. You're going to get burnt out by it. And then the last thing that we have are SaaS companies. Now, the good thing about SaaS companies is that you can make a crap ton of money. Literally, when you sell a SaaS company, you could be $1 billion. It could be $1 billion business. Same with consulting. Consulting is definitely something that you could make tens of millions of dollars at. So that's one of the things that you could do is actually sell it to a larger company for a ton of money. The bad thing is you're not going to have profit for 2 to 4 years. All right. You're just not going to be able to pay yourself. So the thing is you're going to need teams. So you're going to need a customer service team. You're going to need, IT people and coders all the time, because you're going to be updating your software. You're going to have to be managing your team. You're going to have to be doing a lot of customer service. So there's 3 main areas that you're going to need to focus on. Plus, you're not going to be making money for 2 to 4 years. So, it's a very difficult business, but if you can make it work, you can make literally billions of dollars. This is something I haven't done yet. So, I can't say a lot about it. But I've been doing business for over 10 years online, and I know that SaaS companies, are a really good way to go if you know your audience, if you can build teams, if you can hire good customer service people and coders, and you have some money in the bank, then a SaaS company is definitely something that you should do. So let me talk about your actual goal. So basically, what do you want? All right. So what do you want to happen? What do you want your goal to be? All right. So that's the thing that you need to answer before you get into any of these businesses. Okay. So if your goal is literally just to make extra money, so if you want, and this is kind of the low end of being a business person or an entrepreneur, the low end is, I just want to make my car payment type thing. So I want an extra $300 to $1,000 a month. Basically, what you want to get into is e-commerce, specifically merch by Amazon. Okay. So merch by Amazon, you don't need a website. All you do is go and upload designs to merch and you get paid a royalty, and that's it. Like, you can easily make an extra $300 a month doing that. That's what I do. I haven't uploaded a design in over 3 months and I still make $300 a month. And I should be, uploading a lot more, but I just don't have time because you need to focus on something. But you can easily make an extra $300 to $3,000 a month if you work at it. And it doesn't take a lot of time, and it's very, very simple for beginners. Now, if you're on the other end of the spectrum where you want to make, billions of dollars, you're probably looking at a SaaS company, so software as a service. And the way you do that is literally you're solving problems that other people have. So you can go into any industry, talk to people, and see what kind of problems they have and see if you can turn a piece of software into the solution to that problem. If you can do that, and if you can show people in that industry that this software solves this specific problem and it saves you time, it saves you money, or makes you more money, or whatever, you're going to be way better off. The other thing you can do that makes a lot of money is consulting, okay? So it's the same with a SaaS company. You find solutions to problems, and that's it. And you can do that through courses. Eventually, you're going to have to start with one-on-one meetings and doing one-on-one coaching until you solve these problems for these people in whatever industry you're in. And after that, you can create courses, and then you can set it all up where it's all automatic. So you create advertising, you get people into some sort of email funnel sequence, and you just start selling your course based on the results you're getting from your customers. Another thing that I would get into if I were you, if you wanted to start a business online is, and I spelled e-com wrong, but is e-commerce. Now, I don't think in e-commerce you're going to be able to sell your business for as much as a really good SaaS company would be worth, but it's still a really good business. You can still make tens of millions of dollars if you put in enough work, if you have a good enough product, if you have your processes down, you can still make a lot of money in e-commerce. So these are the things that I actually suggest getting into is merch by Amazon, SaaS companies, consulting, and e-commerce. High-ticket dropshipping is also something that you should get into. I don't recommend Amazon FBA strictly because you can't really own the customer unless you're creating your own product. So I just don't recommend Amazon FBA just because you don't control the customer. I just don't like that. It's really hard to build a brand when you're not getting the information from your customer. So it's just something that I don't recommend. So e-commerce, merch by Amazon, SaaS, consulting, any of those things will work. So the big question is, what do you want? What is your goal? If your goal is an extra $500 a month, then do merch by Amazon. If your goal is to build a company that's, doing 5, 10, 15, 20 million a year, do consulting and e-commerce. If you want to build a large company that you can sell one day for billions of dollars potentially, start a SaaS business. So the last thing I want to say is just pick one and go all in on it. If you're not going all in on one thing, you're going to lose.